Welcome, everybody. Can you hear the cryings in your soul? There's more than one. It's up to you to choose who you feed tonight. Welcome, one and all, to What's Beyond That Door. I'm your host, and today we have a new contestant. The rules are pretty simple. There will be 3 rounds. Each round would have 3 doors in which you'll have to choose one. Each one has a challenge you'll need to face. Win the challenge and move on to the next round. Win all 3 rounds and you'll get to wish for your greatest desire. Sounds easy enough? Alright, let's get started. Disclaimer: challenges range from menial tasks to fatal obstacles. Each round will be harder than the last. Only a handful have been through all 3 rounds. Mostly intact. But you'll be fine. And here we go. The room is still. The steady sound of a boiling pot bubbles faintly. You see a figure across the room in a well-lit kitchen. You hear them chopping. You inch closer, wondering what the challenge here would be. As you reach the counter just a few feet away from the figure, you notice she stops and turns around. You gasp as you see a smooth, featureless shape where her face should be. You froze as he walked closer to you. He laid a tray of food with a glass of water in front of you and just stood there, waiting. You looked down onto the tray and saw a delicious chicken dinner. Your mouth began to water and you started to dig in. Then suddenly, a man burst through the door. It was your husband. He started screaming and pointing at the man in front of you. Time slowed and in your head you heard a voice whisper, "It's either you or him." It was too late when you noticed he had a gun, and in 2 seconds, 2 bullet holes punched through the man behind the counter. He dropped with a thud. Your husband ran out the door as you ran behind the counter to check on the man. Blood seeped out and pooled beneath him. He tried to feel for a pulse when you noticed his face started to form, slowly materializing the face of the lover you had an affair with. The lover you found solace from your abusive husband. Your lover who did not know you were married and had just proposed the night before his death. You wept. You cradled him in your arms, and you felt his life slowly drain from his body, and he went limp. Congratulations! You've completed round 1. Now, was that so hard? Time for round 2. The first thing that hit you was the immense pressure of heat all around you. Smoke filled the ceiling, and fire raged everywhere. In front of you was a box. A small porcelain jewelry box that had your initials carved on the lid. You opened the lid and found a cigarette butt inside. The voices started to ring in your head and everything went dark. I didn't want it to happen, but it happened nonetheless. How can you be so irresponsible? Why can't you be more like your sister? That's all you ever say, Mom. I'm never good enough for you. None of you ever took my side. Then you remember throwing the cigarette butt you had out onto the yard as you got in your car and drove off. The next day, you found out on the news that your parents' house was burnt down due to a fire happening when everyone slept. You wake back into the room, and that's when they came. Charred bodies, too burned to be recognizable, limped and crawled their way towards you from across the room. You scrambled back and tried to get away from them. You threw the porcelain box at one of them, but it shrugged it off and continued to go for you. Your eyes welled with tears as a realization that these are the burnt bodies of your parents. You tried desperately to run away, but the guilt of knowing you caused that fire to them all those years ago started to make you believe that maybe you didn't deserve to live. You remembered the grief you felt back then, the deep depression you fell into, in the attempts to end your life. For a moment you believed that maybe this is it. Then time stopped and the voice said, "It's either you or them." You convinced yourself this was nothing more than a game, and you picked yourself up and jumped out the window. You rolled onto the lawn and curled up as you sobbed at the memory of your parents. Congratulations, you've completed round 2. Now, was that so hard? Only one more to go. You think to yourself, I just need to get through this last one, and I'll use my wish to bring everyone back. A newfound determination filled you to conquer this last challenge. You step out confidently onto a barren desert, the Hao wind blowing warm air into your cheeks. You took a step out onto the sand dunes when a hand shot out from behind you and grabbed you by the mouth. It forcibly pulled you back, just as another hand grabbed you at the neck. It spun you around and forced you onto the ground where it pinned you with its legs. You look up and saw another faceless person. Its hand tightened around your neck and you knew it was trying to choke you. With all the lives hanging on the balance of this game, you knew this could not be where it all ended. You trashed and knocked the person back with the heel of your palm, which sent them staggering back. You took the opportunity to flip the tables and pin it down as you started to choke it. As you stare into its featureless face while you choked it, you then began to hear the voice once more that said, "It's you or you." The face suddenly appeared on the person and you saw the mirror image of yourself. You saw your face stared back at you from this person, and it shocked you enough to let go and fall back. It started to talk. I need to win. I need to wish for everyone back. It lunged at you and you began to search for something, anything in this place as a weapon. As she got closer, you grabbed hold of something in the sand. You pulled it out and the next thing you saw was your doppelganger impaled by a knife. She fell to the side and everything turned dark. You opened your eyes and saw you were back in your kitchen. You sat on the floor. You looked down to see a knife impaled your stomach and a suicide note beside you. You slowly slipped into unconsciousness with a smile on your lips as you said, "Finally, I'm free." Thank you everybody for watching till the very end. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you have any ideas for a great story and you would like to share it, please let us know down below in the comment section and we would really appreciate it. Also, if you guys would like to support this channel, please click the like and subscribe button down below, and hopefully we will see you every week. Bye!